And coming up, we'll see the electric Kyler Murray. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week.
Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And away we go in Glendale. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led up by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. For Kyler Murray, and he is at his best when he's playmaking. When his athleticism, that dual threat nature comes to life, that is when he is typically a defense's worst nightmare.
From the gun, it's Murray. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's Kyler to throw. Taken in by Harrison. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Play action now, Murray. Bails out of the pocket quick. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
Benson on 1st and 10. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Texans' 14-yard line.
They'll run it here. It's James Conner. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and
Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Able to get it to Benson. Now the Cardinals sending out the field goal unit. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And this drive will start inside the 25. So now it's the Texans' turn to take the field for the first time. And leading them out is the 2nd overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
Last week was the ideal showing for him and really allowed his offense to feed off of him. He elevated everybody around him. Just got to look at his stat line to see how well he was throwing the ball. 300-plus yard game, several touchdowns, tremendous efficiency.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A handoff for Mixon, running right. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. From the gun, Stroud. He has the first over the middle. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun now for Stroud. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They put a receiver in motion right. Stroud off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 5 yards. Things looking good. 2nd and goal now from the 2. They send a tight end in motion. Mixon has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Running for it, Mixon goes up and over for the touchdown. The Texans finish off their opening drive. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Dortch now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Cardinals and Trey Benson back out on offense. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in and week out. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he makes the Hefco. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick, knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes. And if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. And off to Benson to start the drive. And that's good for a gain of 5. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. He's out near midfield and still going. And he's finally brought down up at the 48. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. A give right side to Connor. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Play made by E.J. Speed. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
This time it's a passing play. And that one's unsuccessful. This one intended for the running back. And now they're going to face 3rd down. Kyler throwing here. Searches. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So on 4th down now, Blake Gillikin gets the call to punt it away for the Cardinals. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Completed to Collins. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. On play action, here's Stroud. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
As a quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. On the ground again with Mixon. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Everly's kick is good, and that extends their lead to 14.
Texans 17, Cardinals 3.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. Now an inside give to Benson. He's contained at the line for no gain. Aziz Al-Shire that time on the tackle. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10.
Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Throwing here, Murray. Gets this one to Harrison. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Now Kyler. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Whether they meant to go to him or it was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a 1st down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. The Texans and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. And he's already scored once this game, something he's made a bit of a habit of this season. As we see, he's among the league's best at finding that end zone. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Finding Collins. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
First down, Texans.
To the air, Stroud. Cut by Collins on the slant. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 47.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. 2nd and 13. Short pass brought in. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Cardinals offense making its way out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Play made by E.J. Speed.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
From the gun, it's Murray. That pass is complete to McBride. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 32.
The give now to Benson. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Tackle by Darrell Taylor.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
Kyler looking to throw. Benson's got it. And this one doesn't go far. Blake Gillikin on to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud has a man, Dalton Schultz. And he'll get it up to the 27. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 27-yard line.
Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain. And boy, does he know how to operate in it.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. The Texans driving ahead. Stroud now on 3rd. He has the 1st over the middle. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans stretch their lead to 21. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out ahead the Cardinals now on offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Murray here on 1st down. And a man is there to knock that away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Kamari Lassiter on the cover.
Murray. This reeled in by Benson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Back to throw, Murray. Able to get it to Benson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast.
14 yards. That's good for a Cardinal.
Back to the air, Murray. Getting out to his left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line.
Trying again, following the sack. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Tremont Smith picks it. And the Texans will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Where you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun now for Stroud. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. To the air yet again. It's Stroud. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Throwing is Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that brings up 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans grow their lead yet again.
Cardinals 3.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. He rolls to his right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Trying to find Trey McBride. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Play action now, Murray. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Looking to throw. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Throwing it just before halftime. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Well, I hope everybody was lightning quick, ready to grab a refill or a bite to eat, because no halftime report this week. Everyone's set to get the 3rd quarter underway. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. This is complete to Schultz. And this one does not go far. From the 26 on 2nd down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Stroud. Finding Collins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
1st down, Houston.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Schultz with the catch. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Still sticking with the passing game. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Stroud now. Complete beyond the marker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
16 yards. And the Texans 1st down.
From the gun, Stroud. Collins there to grab it. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 at the Cardinals 32-yard line.
From the 32. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And there's an extra DB out there on the field now for the Cardinals. 3rd down coming. Looking to throw, Stroud. Looking, they're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. The Texans set to punt. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Running to start this drive with Connor. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Connor on the inside give. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Throwing from near his own goal line. Hauled in left side. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
Murray on 3rd down. McBride hauls it in. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
That's good.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Able to hit Ryman, complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 32-yard line.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Back to the air, Murray. On the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Putting a receiver in motion. Now Murray on 3rd and long. Catch is made down the right sideline. Free inside the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
64 yards. That's good.
1st and 10, Murray. He finds Johnson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 15-yard line.
From the gun, it's Murray. The throw is caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Cardinals first.
They'll try and punch it in. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
DeMercado has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Pressure coming, it's Murray. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Cardinals start the 2nd half with some needed points. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here's Smith on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Josh Sweat making the stop. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Completed to Collins. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing is Stroud. Taken in by Kirk right side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Punting unit out now. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Fields this at the 19. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just have... They've got 1st down from the 31. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 23-yard line.
Handoff goes to Connor, running left. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Aziz Al-Shire that time on the tackle. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
Now Kyler. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Texans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 26.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. This is complete to Schultz. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Complete to Dalton Schultz.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun now for Stroud. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Going right side, mixing with it. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. It's 2nd and goal. Again, the give to Mixon. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. A very short kick here from the right hash. Everly's kick is good. And the advantage now sits at 24. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. This one's quickly to Jones. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Murray here on 1st down. Wilson on the slant. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
More yards. That's another Cardinals first down.
Connor trying the right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Running this with Connor. And he's brought down for a loss. They need a lot here, but still going for it on 4th and 15.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
They snap it to Murray. Oh no, they get him yet again. Tremont Smith picks it. And the Texans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
2nd and 3 now.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the Cardinals 42-yard line.
Man in motion out of the slot. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Keeping it with Mixon. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. New set of downs for him at the 38.
I'll pick up a 2 yards. 1st down, Texans.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10 at the 38.
Lone back gets the handoff. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's
3rd down, Mixon gets it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
On the ground again with Mixon. And he's able to get this down to the 13. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Texans 1st down.
From the gun, Stroud. Will the Cardinals get to him here? He's brought down. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Mixon on the toss. And this play isn't a whole lot better. He gets back to the line, but no further. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. To the air, Stroud. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete. Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. This 42 yards from the right hash. Everly's kick is good. And that grows the lead to 27. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 3. Here comes their offense out again. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense is eating, it's been a tough watch.
2nd and 3 now. Back to throw, Murray. Rolling into enemy territory. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Here's Murray. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Back to the air, Murray. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. The line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. That's complete to Wilson. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals making the scoreboard look a touch better. And the Cardinals telling their offense to stay out there. We got a 2-point attempt coming here. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Texans secure that kick, no problem.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
1st and 10, around to Mixon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go, 2nd down. So the Texans come away with a road win.